Hello, Tyler and Mia. My name is Kendall Ware. I work with the SoCal Advisors. And today we're going to be going over your financial plan, over all of your goals, our recommendations, and suggestions in order to meet your retirement goals, your goals for paying for Becky's college, and all the different things that you hope to accomplish throughout retirement. It's been a pleasure getting to know you both so far. We're very sorry to hear about the circumstances that brought you into our office regarding Becky's good friend passing away. However, we do look forward to presenting you with this plan and helping you strategically meet all of your goals. So once we review the plan and we go over all of our suggestions, we hope that you'll be satisfied. And it is imperative that we do immediately implement the plan and begin all the different tasks at hand in order to meet your goals. So taking that action is the first step to accomplish your goals. And we've included a list at the end of the plan just to keep you on track. It'll list out, who's responsible for what and when each item is due. Overall, we found that you will need to reduce your annual expenses and reposition some of your savings that you're already, putting into your assets. We just recommend that you put them into different accounts to meet your goals for funding Becky's college as well as your retirement income. We know that you hope to retire at age 62 and to maintain your current lifestyle in terms of what you'll be spending. It's also important that we make changes to your current investments. We have some recommendations for allocation changes and different securities as well. We also feel it's necessary that you increase your insurance coverage, specifically life insurance and your umbrella policy. And we also see a large gap in kind of your estate planning area. So I know right now you have wills. We have a few recommendations for other legal documents and things to prepare for kind of safeguarding your estate through to avoid probate and unnecessary fees and time in terms of that. So we'll outline your goals, we will go over our suggestions and all of our recommendations, and we'll also go over the action items at the end of the plan once we've gone over all the details. So just in summary, you currently don't have the proper amount of insurance to protect your income should anything happen to either of you if you were to pass away prematurely. So because of that, in order to protect your income up until retirement, we recommend that you add some life insurance coverage, specifically that you both get 20-year term policies. This will get you both to age 22. So 20 years from now, you'll be retired. And once retired, you'll be eligible to start receiving Social Security. So we feel that this would be ample coverage, that 20-year term. We also feel this is a $2 million policy on top of what you already have in terms of life insurance. We also feel that it's imperative to increase your umbrella coverage to $1 million. Currently, your net worth is approximately just shy of $900,000. So we recommend that you increase your umbrella coverage as well. In terms of college planning for Becky, one of your main goals is to fund 100% of her college expenses. So we suggest that you open a 529 college savings account and that you redirect some of your current savings into that account. And we'll go over the details of that a little later in the plan. Since Becky has another 15 years until she'll be going to college, we would like to make some investment recommendations for this account as well that we'll cover in a little bit. And just so you know, if Becky does not use any of these 529 funds, any of the assets within that account, we can change the beneficiary. If you were to have more children, it can be passed down to them or to other siblings or cousins, things like that. So there are different options with the 529 plans. In terms of retirement planning, you both expressed that you would love to retire at age 62 and spend about $100,000 per year throughout retirement. So we will need to make some adjustments to your retirement planning. Currently, you are saving into your 401ks, which we encourage you to keep doing. So kudos to you for already, maximizing the match and taking advantage of that through your employer. We also suggest that you both open Roth IRAs. In the retirement planning section, we'll go over a little bit of that, but essentially we would reposition some of your savings that you're already making into taxable accounts into your Roth IRA accounts. So it would be $5,500 each per year up until retirement is what we would suggest you contribute. And let's see, for investment planning, aside from your goals for retirement and college planning, you have other goals throughout retirement that you would like to achieve, and we want to help you get those accomplished. So I know, Mia, you want to open a art gallery when you're retired, which is incredible to give back to the community. You also want to build a small addition onto your home during retirement to fill it with art. We know that's a big passion of yours. So in order to meet these goals, we put together some investment recommendations, and they're specifically geared towards helping you attain a 7.75% return leading up to retirement. And then once retired, we would reduce the risk, make some modifications, and propose something that would get you to about 5.75% return for your assets. So we have several investment planning recommendations that we'll go over as well. This also will help your goal of leaving Becky with an estate. With our recommendations in place, it'll be somewhere between 2.4 million and 6.6 million. So we'll go into the details of that as well. As far as estate planning goes, one of your main concerns and motivations for why you came in to see us was triggered by, an unexpected friend's death. So the estate planning portion of this plan is extremely important in terms of, making sure that your legacy is passed on and that Becky's taken care of in a cost-effective and time-sensitive way. So we know that you do have wills in place, but we do have some recommendations to make sure that your priorities are met and that we're strategically planning to preserve your estate for Becky. And lastly, some additional suggestions we have that aren't necessarily things that you brought up to us, but that we see are important, are controlling your expenses and paying down some debt. We see some kind of unnecessary expenses in your annual spending that we can cut back, and that'll help with the cash flow in terms of saving to retirement and college and increasing your insurance coverage, and also just making sure that you meet your overall goals. So we suggest that you pay down the credit cards, you refinance the mortgage, cut several other costs, and we'll kind of go into our reasoning for that in a little bit. And then lastly, we do want to go over long-term care. We don't feel that it's something that we would recommend right now. It's not too important for where you are, but we do want to go over what it is and what it entails, and possibly revisit this at a later time. So we're going to go through the plan now. We're going to go through our recommendations. As questions come up, please let us know. You can always call us directly even after we go over the plan and the action items and the next steps. So just so you know, this plan is a living, breathing document. So as time goes on, we'll meet, at least once or twice a year. As changes come up in your life, it's important that we know. And as things change in the market, tax laws, things like that, please know that we will be modifying your plan, as the economy changes and as life happens. So we encourage you to stay in touch with us and to keep us aware of those changes in your life. We look forward to working together and to putting this plan in place. So here we go. The first topic we want to go over is risk management. So this covers life insurance. In discussing the needs and types of insurance, it's important that we kind of answer three questions whenever we're analyzing our clients' life insurance coverage. We want to know, in case of a premature death, what would you like to provide to your dependents, or what would you want to make sure is taken care of for Becky? We want to make sure that your type of policy best serves your purpose for what you're what you're worried about, kind of what you're looking to get insured. And we're also trying to answer the question of how much life insurance is enough. It looks like you've already taken, healthy steps to make sure that you're covered, referring to your whole life policies and your group term policies. And whole life coverage is typically going to be more expensive than term insurance, but the death benefit goes away once you pass away. So when we are looking at your insurance, we want to make sure that your needs are met while you're living. In other words, if you were to die, the beneficiary will collect the benefit tax-free. So if you live past the agreed term, it shouldn't be, a disadvantage to you that there wasn't any cash value built up because you're still alive. You're still, kind of building into that policy. So before we kind of dive into the next section, we'll just take a little bit break.